Hey guys, it's Amy Deb, the Keto Queen. I'm so glad to be home. It's Tuesday. No, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, guys. My mom and Haley and I worked in Memphis for the first 2 days of the week. So we were away from the house doing some work. And we enjoyed our time together, but I'm glad to be home. Got home later last night, so I wasn't able to get in the kitchen and cook. But we're going to cook together tonight. So if you guys are interested in cooking with me tonight, give me some hearts. And I would love to know what you're fixing on your end or what you fixed while we're preparing our dinner here tonight. So me and Ricky are making some ranch pork chops in the air fryer. And we're also making a Gruyere, or dang, I always forget how to say this. Gruyere. Oh man, y'all gonna make fun of me. Don't make fun of me. Gruyere. I think it's Gruyere. We're gonna make Gruyere. Y'all don't make fun of me. Gruyere bacon asparagus. I usually always try to remember to look up the pronunciation of this cheese because I get a lot of people telling me how to say it. So, look at Rick. Oh,
it's too small.
Oh no. Hang on, man. Let me show my friends, Ricky. Oh, Ricky just tried on a sports jacket with no shirt under. Because we've got a black tie event coming up, or we think we're going to do black tie. We may just dress in jeans. We don't know yet. Ricky pulled out his old sports jacket. He was looking good. All right, so I think you say Gruyere. Gruyere is what I'm saying. We're having a Gruyere bacon asparagus bake and some ranch chops. So if that sounds delicious, give me some hearts and share this video, guys, so we can show people how easy it is. Now, we're going to be cooking this together. So you're going to find out how fast you can come home, cook your own dinner, and keep in mind, I'm talking to you as we cook. If I wasn't talking to you, I'd already be halfway done. So we're going to do it super fast. The thing I love about my lifestyle is it's easy, and it's fast, and it's delicious. So if that's what you're looking for, make sure you share these videos so we can teach everyone how to eat simple, fast, and delicious. All right, so we're going to start off with our asparagus. I've got my oven on 350, and the recipe I'm putting in this post as soon as I finish the live video is for one bunch of asparagus. So I'm using 2 because Ricky can never get enough. He loves asparagus, and I really like them smaller, but the grocery store didn't have much for me to choose from. A tip, wash this with the bands on, because my tip is when you get ready to cut them, you can cut it much easier when the band is on the bottom, because we're going to cut off that big thick part. So if you keep the band on, it's just easier to handle. So we just cut off the thick piece of our asparagus. Now we're taking the bands off after we've washed them, kind of patted them dry. There's a little water still on there. And now we're going to go ahead and put them on our baking sheet. Now I like to keep it simple, right, and fast. One way I do that is by making sure that I don't have to wash very many dishes. Even though my husband is amazing to help me, we still don't want to be in the kitchen long after dinner. So I'm using aluminum foil on my baking dish, and I'm just using a baking pan. And like I said, I'm using 2 bunches of asparagus because Ricky loves asparagus. All right, and it's never enough. So now we're going to drizzle. We're going to heavily drizzle with avocado oil. If you want to use olive oil, you can. Just drizzle that oil on there. We're going to season with salt and pepper. So salt and pepper. I've got my oven on 350, and while we prep and start cooking the rest of our dinner, we're going to go ahead and let this bake. After this is finished baking, guys, or when it's almost done, I'm going to pull it out, and we're going to top it off with that Gruyere cheese and some bacon crumbles. And I mean, this is going to be yummy. So let me go ahead and get this in the oven on 350. Oh, I should have put it in my top oven. I should have put it in my convection oven, but I didn't think about it. And while we're waiting on that, guys, we're going to go ahead and get our ranch chops ready. Now, I know you've seen this before. If you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. I love these because they're fast and easy. So when I have had a trying week, a week of travel or a week of a lot of hours worked, I like to cook super, super simple. So this is in the recipe blog, and it's one of the things we rotate quite often because, number 1, we love it. Number 2, it's fast. And number 3, I mean, when you're busy and you're tired, anybody can walk in and make this dish. So I'm fixing to show you exactly what to do. Now, if you have an air fryer, I love my air fryer. It's the Cuisinart TOA 60. But if you don't have an air fryer, you can use your oven for this. I just personally love my air fryer. Can I ask where you got your bottle for your avocado oil? Oh, yeah, I got this at Bed Bath & Beyond. It's cute, isn't it? Super cute. They have lots of stuff at Bed Bath & Beyond. I love Bed. It's a bad store for me to go to. I can spend lots of money in there. And I got the little salt and pepper shakers you can also pour for like larger portions. I love Bed Bath & Beyond. I am going to check your questions. So guys, if you have questions, put them in the comments because we're going to have a little bit of time in between our cooking for me to look and see what questions you have. So we're cooking together in the kitchen. For this ranch pork chop, guys, it's so simple. All you need is pork chops. The thinner the better because they'll cook faster. These are not so thin. That's okay. You're going to need some ranch dressing on a plate. Now, I'm using Hidden Valley Ranch. It's not the best ranch, but I love it, and it's okay to use. And we're going to use some grated Parmesan cheese on a plate. Now, I did season that Parmesan cheese with some parsley. You can leave it out if you want to, but I mean, why not? Salt and pepper your pork chops. Salt and pepper your pork chops. And then we're going to dip the pork chop into the ranch dressing. And we don't want a lot of extra, but just to kind of make sure you do have the ranch on each piece of the pork chop, because that's what the grated Parmesan cheese is going to adhere to. And then we're going to dip it right into the Parmesan cheese. Now, if you want to, you can use pork rinds. You can use crushed pork rinds for this part if you want to. But I love using grated Parmesan. It's just fast. It's easy. It's delicious. It does not taste like Parmesan cheese, contrary to popular belief. And then we're just going to knock off the excess. You see how pretty that is? It's just a lightly coated ranch pork chop. And we're going to put this into our air fryer. And my air fryer, one thing I love about this one is just there's plenty of room. There's lots of room in this basket. Now, this is the Cuisinart TOA60. I know a lot of you will ask me that a million times, and I'm okay with that because I love it and I like to share it. I also do have a non-stick basket that I bought from Amazon in there. One of my friends actually on the page sent me a picture and said, "You've got to have this." And I was like, okay, I trust you. So I ordered it and I love it. So the non-stick basket, I don't know if you can get it, but what I did is went to Amazon and in the search bar, I put non-stick air fryer basket for Cuisinart. And this popped up and told me what models it fits, and I bought that sucker. And I love it. The non-stick basket really has been a game changer. And if you can get one, I would highly recommend it. All right. If you don't have one, I'm fixing to show you another trick that I use to clean my old air fryer basket. I mean, look how pretty this is. It's perfectly seasoned. It tastes amazing. We love this. We love this meal. And even though you may have seen me cook this 1,000 times over the last almost 5 years, we never get tired of it. My family asks for it on lots of occasions. And I have to say no. We have to eat something different. All right, we're just dipping this in the ranch. And then we're going to dip it into our Parmesan crust. It's grated Parmesan seasoned with parsley. We salt and peppered the pork chops really well. And then we're just putting it into our air fryer basket. Now, my air fryer is set to 350. And this is going to take me a good 15-20 minutes to cook because it is a little bit thicker in the pork. Now, if it's a thin pork chop, it's going to take less time. Always keep that in mind when you're using your air fryer. The bigger the meat, the longer it takes to cook, which is fine. And if you want a little kitchen thermometer, you can get one. They're not expensive. And that's it. Just make sure it's evenly crusted, and we're going to put it into the air fryer basket. And I got 4 pieces of pork chop in here, ready to go. I mean, that looks amazing. If you want to, you can season it with a little bit more parsley. I'm going to leave it just like it is. Let me wash my hands. I'll be right back. All right, so don't tell Ricky. Don't tell Ricky. I rarely ever do this, but tonight I am because I've been away from home for the last 2 nights. Didn't get home till late last night. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. So tonight, instead of making my own bacon, I bought Oscar Mayer bacon. It's already cooked, but it really is real bacon. Let me show it to you. I mean, it's a lazy way out, but I'm okay with that sometimes. Let me open it up and show you. You always want your man to think you're working extra hard, right? I mean, I tasted it. It looks like real bacon. It tastes like real bacon. It's Oscar Mayer bacon. And I like it. So this is what we're going to use for our asparagus. I'm going to put it in a bowl. You got to put it in there and then throw the evidence away. look at that crispy bacon, y'all. We're going to put this bacon on top of that asparagus when it finishes up. Oh, it's going to be so good. And the Gruyere cheese, we're going to shred up the Gruyere cheese. And when that asparagus comes out of the oven, we're going to top it off with some cheese and some bacon crumbles. And guys, it is going to be an awesome side dish. It's Gruyere bacon asparagus bake. And I will definitely have this on my recipe blog if it comes out delicious. I know it will be. Anything with bacon and cheese tastes amazing, right? I made a mess all over my stove. I got a mess everywhere, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and start this. And I'm going to see if you guys have any questions for me while we're waiting on this to cook. Oh, one thing I want to do. Oh, never mind. I'll do it later. All right, let me see if I can move this thing over without making even a more mess in this kitchen. I have been gone, so it's a straight up mess. Got to spend some time cleaning. Let me see what questions you guys have while we wait on this supper to cook. We're cooking live together tonight. So guys, if you've already seen this before or you know what's coming next, it's super easy. You don't have to stay. But if you'd like to go through some questions, answers with me, go ahead and put your questions in the comments so I can send them to you. This is almost my 5th year living this lifestyle. I love the way I feel. I love the way I live. I love the way we sleep. I love everything about this low carb / keto lifestyle. I'm more keto. Ricky is low carb. We drink ketones every single day. We love it. All right, let's look and see what questions you guys have. Oh, Cheryl made the sausage muffins. She loved them. I'm so glad. Barbara's having leftovers. And let's see, what is the name of the air fryer? It's the Cuisinart TOA60. I love it. It's the only one I've ever had, though. A lot of people will ask me about comparisons. I don't have one. This is the one I had when I finally decided I want an air fryer, and I love it. I've never gotten rid of it. It still works the same today, so I'm just waiting on it to play out. And then I may decide to try something new, but probably not. Let's see. Got the Swiss cacao as my free gift. So did my mom, Kathy. So we like that mixed with unsweet almond milk and ice in a blender. Oh, it's so yummy. It's different. It's a sweet treat. So you can mix it with water if you want to, but chocolate and water don't sound good to me. So we mix ours with unsweet almond milk and ice in a blender, Kathy, and it's really nice. It's a really nice sweet treat, especially to have in the afternoons. Oh, Margie, well, if you just bought an air fryer, this is one of the ones that you got to make with it. Oh, I forgot to show you. Let me show you this quick little trick I have for my air fryer basket. Here it is. All right, so Walmart, any kind of hunting store, like I got this at Academy in the camping section. They got these little bitty, I mean it looks big because it's way up there, but they got these little bitty bristle brushes. So for my Cuisinart or any air fryer basket that has like the true air fryer basket with the grids, this is what I used. I would clean it with this. You got this to scrape off your bits, and then you got the little wire bristles to clean it really good. The nonstick basket is a game changer. I never have to get this thing out, but I have it just in case I need to pull my old basket out and not get rid of it. Also, if I go camping, I've got one. So it's a little trick to your air fryer basket if you do have the actual wire basket in your air fryer. Oh, I'm glad she loves it, Kathy. So can you do a little sample pack of the liquid nat? Yes, you sure can, Vicky. Just send me, if you still have my trial link, you'll see it listed as Mexican ketones. If you don't have it, just send me a message. I'll be glad to send you that trial link again. Oh, Gina's eating the hamburger green bean casserole tonight. Oh, I hope you love it. The hamburger helper is so yummy. Can I break my nat up into 4 16-ounce servings? I would not recommend that. If you break your ketones up into 4 16-ounce servings, then you're not getting the full dose of ketones. Let me show you guys what we're talking about here. This is Keto Nat. It is a pure therapeutic ketone that puts every single person who drinks it in ketosis. So if you're trying to get in ketosis, or you just want to stay deeper in ketosis, or you don't want to have to focus on food like to 100th degree, these are amazing. I love them. I drink them every day for energy, fat loss, and focus. Amazing focus. And if you break this, into 4 servings, that means you're not getting the full dose. If you look at it as a medicine, it's not a medicine. But if you look at it as a dose of ketones, if you break it down into 4 different servings, then you're not going to get into ketosis. So when you drink this package, you can mix it with any amount of water you want. I normally recommend 18 to 24. I mix 18. And if you drink more water with it, that's fine. But the goal is to drink this within 35 to 40 minutes. So when you drink it, you don't want to sip on it all day. because again, you're not going to be put in ketosis, and the whole benefit of the drink is to get put in that state of ketosis so you feel amazing. You've got the benefits of fat loss, energy, focus, better sleep, better mood. Whew, better mood. I love my ketones. So I would not recommend breaking it up into 4 servings. Connie says, oh my goodness, I ran across an older video of yours where you're exercising with the leg magic. It was a torture chamber. I ordered one. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, that thing is amazing though. If you will spend time on it, you will have the most beautiful legs, but that sucker will kill you. And I had mine for years and years and years. And I think Ricky got rid of it after that video because he got sick of seeing it in the living room. I'm a woman just like all of you guys. Kelly, tonight I had pork steak in the air fryer and roasted Capri salad. Yum, that sounds great. What do you use to clean your air fryer basket? I just went over that, Diane. A little handy. This, if you have the true air fryer basket, like the wire basket. I have a non-stick basket, so I just have like a little sponge and just clean it out. So it's so nice. Just clean it with a sponge. It's so good. Let's see. Do you have a drink ketones when you're low carb? Do you have to drink ketones? No, no one has to drink. That's an excellent question. Karen, no one has to drink ketones. It is not a requirement for success. However, I love to talk about them because I use them every day, and I'm pretty awesome with food choices. Not every single day of my life, but I'm pretty darn awesome with food choices. But I drink this every day because of the extra help. Like, I'm a very busy, stressed, driven woman. I'm always on the go. I have tons of things to do every single day. It's easy for me to get really super stressed. And we know emotion a lot of times controls our habits and our hunger and our need. The ketones are amazing. They keep me in that fat burning mode. They give me so much power over food. I love them, but they are 100% not required for success, Karen. I love to teach people how to choose food that's actually going to help you lose fat. But these drinks, I'm telling you, they're amazing, Karen. So if you haven't tried them yet and you want information, put NAT in the comments and I'll send you information on the ketones and how to get some. What pork chops are? Those are no bone pork chops. Those are bone out pork chops. Let's see. How long does it take to see weight loss? Great question, Elaine. So we all are a little different. I never like to say, oh, you're going to lose 10 pounds in a month because everyone is different. And we're really not talking about weight. Fat loss, amazing. And you will see so many inches lost. I mean, the inches are amazing. This is what I recommend to everyone, Elaine. If you haven't heard me say this yet, guys, please listen because it's so, so important. I know how hard it is because I'm a woman too. I know how hard it is because I'm a food addict too. I know how hard it is because I've yo-yoed my entire life, but promise you, if you will stay off the scales, you will be so much happier because you cannot track true progress if you're on the scale every day. You just can't. Your weight is going to change 4 or 5 times in a day. If you get on it in the morning and at lunch and at night, it's different every single time you get on it. Everything weighs something. But if you'll get on the scale 1 time a month and measure, make sure you're measuring at your belly button, your arm, your thigh, your neck, your bra line, ladies, measure. Okay, and weigh and measure 1 time a month, and that's it. That's the way you can truly track progress because you just cannot trust the scale to give you true progress. If that was the case, I would give up. I feel wonderful. I have maintained fat loss now for over 4 years, but when I get on that scale almost every single time, I instantly be like, what? 145? Like what? You know, we always want to see that number extremely low or to a number we have in our head somehow that someone told us that we're supposed to weigh, or a picture you have when you was 15 years old. Like, ladies, it's almost impossible for us after children to get to where we were before children, but that doesn't mean you can't look like you did before children. So really don't keep your focus on that scale. It's just a sickening thing. And for most of us, it really messes with our mind, creates stress, and then definitely derails our success because of that stress. Phyllis is having keto lasagna made with the egg life and a salad. That sounds awesome. Dee says, want to try the sweets next. I just ordered the Origo. Ooh, yes, the Origo and the Miami Vibes. Oh, I know you're going to love them. Can you talk about the basket again? What's your question, Margie? Tell me what your question is. those little bristles come off and people choke on them. Oh, okay. Well, let's be really, really careful with those. Now with the air fryer basket, you can see, so a grill, I actually agree. I like the little bristleless things for like my grill, because you really can't see. You know, when you get out there and you're cleaning your grill that's outside, all of them splinters just kind of stay on your grill. I totally agree. With the air fryer though, you can see every little place in that basket. So this has really worked well for me in the years, but even if you use this and kind of use, I like those little things right there on the end, because you can get in there and scrub that basket out. Now this makes it sound complicated. I love my air fryer. Hard tart is the best I've ever tried. Way to go, Kelly. I love so many of the flavors. Vicky, go back, and when you go to that link, it'll be listed as Mexican ketones, and you'll see the little liquid ampule package. Let me show you. You'll see them look like this in the trial pack, and it'll say Mexican ketones as the description. This is the tart ones that Vicky's talking about. Okay, after you drink your nat, how soon after can you drink heat? Drink heat? How soon after can you drink heat? Janice, I'm not sure I understand that question. Give it to me one more time. Gina, what is a good fat that you can eat? Oh, that's a great question, Gina. I actually just did a keto tip through a reel this week on healthy fats. It says I've been asleep. I'm having sleep problems last few nights. Could it be because I have sweets for Valentine's? Ooh, yes, girl. It totally can affect your sleep. When you get knocked out of ketosis, especially if you've been in ketosis, a symptom of the keto flu getting back in is that, a symptom of getting back into ketosis is the keto flu, which can also affect your sleep. But even more than that, when you get those sugars back in your body after they've been out for a while, it definitely can affect you in multiple areas. I had so many people call and they're like, oh my gosh, you're not gonna believe what my poop looks like. And I'm like, well, that's a little TMI, but that's okay. I understand what you're saying because I've been there, done that. Like when you put that sugar back in your body, you see all kinds of things change. And it really kind of really makes you realize, it did me when I first got started, it really makes you realize what food really does to us. Like I say it all the time, and I know sometimes people feel like I'm preaching, but it's only because I've learned it after these 5 years. And I've been told this my whole life too, especially by my aunt who was really trying to teach me. But food really does harm you or heal you. That's it. There's no other choice. It harms you or heals you. That's it. You're either eating things that are hurting you and creating disease and causing you pain and causing you depression, or you're eating things that are actually healing your body from the inside out. So that is really the only two choices. So I know it's hard, but those are your choices: to eat to heal or eat to harm. Denise, and when you do eat during the day, and when do you drink your nats? Oh, great question. Every one of us are different. You don't have to do it the way I do it, but I love these in the morning. I wake up, I get my day started with ketones. Immediately focused, energized, and burning fat. First thing in the mornings. When I eat, Denise, I eat when I feel hungry. So today, I think it was around 2 o'clock, I had a handful of nuts. And then I'm eating dinner now. So if you're hungry, eat. That's the thing. You don't starve yourself. That's not good for anybody. It doesn't help you at all to starve yourself. So eat when you're hungry. It's just what you choose to eat. So what you choose to eat, those low carb options, high fat options, high fat and low carb. But choosing the right foods is what really makes the difference. Mary says she loves these. Takes a little while for getting all the benefits, but they are great. I'm so glad. Just got my Valentine box with the Nat Shaker cup. So cute. Oh, I just got mine too. Roseanne's bra strap went down 2 sizes, guys. You hear me? 2 sizes. That means she got to hook it 2 different sizes lower. Isn't that awesome? The inches really, Ricky just told me I did that. That really makes a difference, right? Like counting those inches is such a huge thing. Let's look at these pork chops because they are smelling delicious. Oh, look how pretty those are. I mean, they look so good. Now, I know those are not done because that's some thick pieces of meat. So I'm going to turn it back on, and it looks delicious. Now, if you like, medium rare pork, you can go ahead and eat it like that. But I like my pork. I like it medium well, but Ricky likes everything well.
No, that's not true.
He likes most everything well, not steak. But I'm going to put those back in there. Now, if you need a kitchen thermometer, you can get one, and it'll tell you exactly what temperature those are. But I can look at it because I've been doing this for a long time. I know those pork chops are not done. So let's go ahead and look at my asparagus too, and then I'm going to continue answering questions. So you guys just keep putting them in. Babe, will you hold that to me, please? Pretty please.
What are we doing?
I need that pot holder. Forgot to get it. All right, let me look at these asparagus and see. Oh, man, I should have turned this up on higher heat because I can tell that these are not done too. Because I can tell that it's not shriveled up enough. You know when your asparagus is cooking, it's a little shriveled? You can use a fork. As soon as we can put a fork in these, we're going to go ahead and add our cheese and bacon. Let me grab a fork, just make sure I ain't crazy, but I can see some of those are still super tough. Would you mind grabbing me a fork too, bud? All right, so let's just go ahead and see. Some of them may be a little softer than the others. Also, I've got almost 2 layers. So that's another thing. If you layer them up, it takes them longer to cook. It's not really that bad though. When they cook a little down. So I'm trying to rearrange them a little bit to make sure I only have 1 layer. Oh yeah, they're not that bad. I'm gonna go ahead and put them back. Yeah, they still need to cook. I'm gonna turn it up. I have it on 350, I'm gonna turn it to 400. I could have used my confectioner, but I didn't think about it. All right, we're gonna turn it up a little bit and let that get cooking because we want to put our cheese on there. Again, we're gonna be shredding up some Gruyere and bacon. All right, let's see. I'd so like to talk to you about keto. I have diverticulitis and trying to find a balance. When you have a chance, I'd be glad to help you. Just let me know when you want to chat. Please show your settings on your air fryer. Okay, I will do that in just 1 second. Yours burned everything? So Amanda, mine right now, I will show you in just a second, but mine right now is set to air fry. I always have it on air fry, and it's on 350. And I'm on, let's just go ahead and see. I think I'm on the middle. I don't know which kind of air fryer you have, but you see there's a place right here and a place right there for your basket. Yeah, top and bottom. Mine's right here at the bottom. So there's a little notch there, and it's dirty on the inside. Sorry, y'all. A little notch right there, notch right there. Mine's on air fry. Air fry, 350. That's it. I'm gonna turn it back on so I can keep on cooking. All right, let's see. You said you bought a new basket. Oh yeah, the new basket is it's not new. I've had it for a little while, but it's a non-stick air fryer basket. So I just Googled in Amazon search bar. I didn't Google. In the Amazon search bar, I put non-stick air fryer basket for the Cuisinart. And then it popped up and showed me which models it would fit in. So that's how I bought mine. I measure by how my clothes fit. Yes, Kimberly. Okay, anyone who needs information on these, just put NAT in the comments. And I will send you some information. Just put NAT in the comments. I'm starting keto today. Yay! Any workout tips? I like to walk, and I don't have a lot of time, but when it's summer outside, instead of sitting here at the bar answering questions, I will be walking around my backyard answering questions. I just love to walk. Anytime I get a chance, I love to walk. I also love water aerobics, and I do that a lot in the summer. I have my nat first thing, and then later I fix myself a fuel. How long do I need to wait? What do you mean fuel? Do you mean food, Janice? So when you get hungry, eat. That's what I always say. If you get hungry, eat. I got this Assume tool that slides the air fryer from your Amazon. Cool, send it to me. Do you worry about protein or just until full? I'm not afraid of protein, Gina. I think that all of us should not be afraid of protein. Protein is good for our muscles. It's good for our bones. It's good for our hair. Like, we need protein. So a lot of times people send me messages concerned about their hair, but they're just not, they're like scared to eat protein. This diet does not require no protein. Everybody sees that it's suggesting for high fats and low carb, moderate protein. And when they hear the word moderate, they're like, oh, I can't have protein. That is not true. We need protein. So for me personally, my plates are filled up with protein and veggies. Protein and a low carb veggie. I count carbs only to keep it super simple. If you need getting started tips, put getting started in the comments. But I do not limit my protein. I love protein. Is 3 a day too many? You actually can have as many as you want to. Some days I have 3, Mary, when it's absolutely nuts and I want to hurt somebody. When I need that extra boost of good mood enhancement. But most days I have 2. Most of my friends have 1 or 2, but you can definitely have 3 if that's what you want to do. My air fryer, Billy, is a Cuisinart TOA60. Kathy says, my oldest daughter is having a scale battle now. I told her to put it away and she just can't. I'm telling you, it's an addiction itself. I've had it. She had a bachelor's degree in science, human and health performance, and looks to the scale as some sort of god. Oh man, I feel bad for her and awful this makes her feel, but she is so stubborn. Most women are. It's not just your daughter. I've tried so hard convincing her that it's just a number and to stay off. It's really hard to convince other people. I feel these professors somehow have their own agenda. I'm sad. I'm sorry to hear that, Kathy. You know what? My aunt, though, she was trying to teach me for years because she really wanted me to be happy and healthy, and she could see, you know, how depressed I was, and she could see how sad I was. She could see how food was being used for every aspect of my life. Like, she tried to teach me so many times, and she never gave up. And I, a lot of time, ignored her and got irritated with her. But, you know, at some point, we all just kind of have to learn on our own. And all the years she helped me, I never listened to her. But I was trying to prove someone wrong. And that's how I found keto. So an employee of ours, a coworker of ours, come to work, and she kept putting, she was putting butter in her coffee, and she was bringing like bags of bacon to work. I'm like, what in the world are you doing? And she's like, oh, I'm doing this thing keto. I've lost 10 pounds. I'm like, what? She said, I've lost 10 pounds. This stuff works. And I'm like, there's no way you can lose weight eating all that food and putting butter in your coffee. So I started researching. Now, what I researched was correct, and that keto 100% works. It makes 100% scientific facts matter, but not the way she was doing it. I 100% tried to educate her on what the best way to do keto if you're using that coffee and butter and all that good stuff, but it really is awesome. How much water do I drink a day? Water is important. We all need water. The rule of thumb is to drink half of your body weight in ounces of water. So if you weigh 140 pounds, divide that by 2, whatever that number is, that's how many 8 ounces glass, or divide that number by 8 for how many 8 ounce glasses of water. So I don't have a calculator with me right this second, but actually I do have a calculator right here behind me. Let me see what my calculator says. I'm horrible with math. That's an even number. I should be fine with that, but I'm not. Let's see. Math. Calculator. I know I got one on this iPad somewhere. Calculator. No, that's not it. Here it is, calculator. Okay. Oh, what in the world? Okay, 140 divided by, where's my divide sign? This is a huge calculator. This is not a calculator I would normally use. Divided by 2. So your weight divided by 2. That's not, I don't know what kind of calculator this is. This is not right. Clear. What kind of calculator is this? I don't even know what these numbers are. But all these symbols, here it is. Okay, 140 divided by 2 equals 70. 70 ounces, okay? So 70 ounces divided by 8 cups of water, right? So divided by 8 equals 8.75. So you would need 8 ounce glasses of water in a day if you weighed 140. So take your weight, divide it by 2. That's the number of ounces you need a day. So divide that by 8 for a glass of water, and that'll tell you how many glasses of water you need. So let's do another one. Let's say you weigh 180. Okay, we're going to do 180 divided by 2. That gives us 90 ounces. So 90 divided by 8, because there's 8 ounces in a glass, that's 11.25. So I would say 12 glasses of water in a day. So you just take your weight, divide by 2, and then divide that by 8 to know how many glasses. Now, if it gets to more than a gallon, stop at a gallon. No one needs more than a gallon of water a day. All right, I hope that was helpful. All right, let me look in and see if what these pork chops are looking like. We really got to get this going because my asparagus is not done yet. I don't want these to overcook. Oh my gosh, these are looking fabulous. Ooh, look how pretty that is, y'all. Whoops. Oh, hang on a minute. My phone's stuck. I mean, look at that. We're cooking together. These are looking fabulous, and they're still going to be heating. I'm not going to turn it back on. I'm just going to let it sit in this heat. And man, those look wonderful. That's the ranch pork chops. The asparagus should be getting closer to done. So what I'm going to do, well, if you guys are okay, I've answered all your questions. I'm going to go ahead and clean up. I'm going to pull that asparagus out, and what I'm going to do is top it off with some shredded Gruyere cheese and some bacon. Don't it look good? And then we're going to put it back in the oven just for the cheese to melt, and then we're good. We're ready to eat. So guys, the recipes are in this post as soon as I finish this live video. I know this asparagus is going to taste great, so it'll be on the recipe blog in just a little while. I will actually post a picture of this finished plate with the ranch and the asparagus with the recipe blog as soon as we finish this up. In a day, what do you put in your body throughout the day when you get up, lunch, dinner? Great question, Tammy. So it really depends on my hunger levels. So every single morning, I wake up every single morning, never fails without my ketones. So I have this first thing in the morning when I wake up, and I love it. This gives me energy for the day. It gives me appetite control for the day. It gives me focus for the morning to get busy at work. And then I eat when I'm hungry. So if I get hungry at lunch, fine. If I don't, then I wait until I'm hungry. This appetite control is so amazing. Sometimes I can go to 3 o'clock. Sometimes I wait till dinner. Just depends on when I'm hungry. So if I'm hungry, I will grab something simple in the day. So it may be, trying to think, like I said, today I had a handful of nuts. Some days I might have a little side salad, very rare. Sometimes I might have like a chicken salad. And I just don't eat a whole lot of lunch. I rarely get hungry a lot. I might grab some pepperonis. I just don't focus on what I'm eating during the day because I don't personally get really hungry. There's lots of low carb options you can have for lunch. Simple things like a bunless burger, a side salad, a chicken wing. I'm just throwing things out. Deli wraps, like wrapping your deli meat up with some cheese and some ranch or some hot sauce or whatever the case may be. You can have pickle snacks. Like there's so many things you can have during lunch. We primarily have all of our meal at dinner. So at dinner is where my carbs come in. It's where my fat comes in. It's where my protein comes in. If I eat during the day, for me personally, now I've been doing this almost 5 years. The thing about keto is if you're cutting them carb counts way, way, way down, your body's creating ketones. And if you're drinking ketones, like the appetite control is just amazing. So you'll find that you are not thinking about food. You're not craving food. You don't have to have food. Does that mean that you're in starvation mode? No. That just means your body doesn't need the food. Like if you're hungry, you're going to know it. You're going to feel it and you're going to need to grab something. So having those things handy. So when you do get that urge, when you feel hungry to grab, instead of being like, oh my God, I'm starving. I didn't have anything at work today and now I got to go home and cook, and you eat everything before you can get dinner done. That's a problem, right? So just be prepared with low carb options handy around. But in the beginning, you're going to still feel hungry, and that's okay. When you're hungry, eat. Just make sure you're looking at your carb counts. The important thing for me and what I like to teach is just simple keto, simple low carb, and that's just counting your carbs. So keto is 25 or less net carbs a day. Low carb is 50 to 150. Gives you a lot more options if you're low carb. I personally love keto because as a food addict, like I'm in 100% control every single day, which is amazing. If I want to eat more, I will. If I don't, awesome. Like I don't ever crave or think about food like I used to in my life ever since I've changed. And these ketones are truly amazing. So if you need information, put NAT in the comments. And if you're looking for just simple, delicious, easy recipes, then you've got the right page. Guys, make sure you share this if I've answered all of your questions and I was helpful at all. If you've ever learned things that have truly made a difference, make sure you share all these videos so we can show everyone how easy it is to live really simple, fun, and delicious foods fast. And even though we've been talking, like I could be done with this dinner already. We've been talking. I could have already cleaned up the kitchen. Heck, I could have been playing with the puppy dogs. Like there's so many things you can do when you keep your lifestyle super simple. All right, guys, I'm going to go. Talk to you later. Bye.